Social media friends, hello. This is Beata Seweryn-Reid, and I'm coming to you as every Tuesday at noon Mountain Standard Time with meaningful conversations. I have a very special guest for you today, but before I introduce her, I want you to know that meaningful conversations were created for you to help you to grow and bring positive change and add meaning into your life. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my very special friend that is coming to us from India. And her name is Miss Gurleen Khokhar. She's international psychologist, writer, speaker, former model, school principal. She's just amazing, amazing lady with many talents. And please, please, please let us know if you are with us. We would like to know who is with us, and you can always ask us a question. Let me see. So, Gurleen, welcome to the show. We know each other for about a year, I guess.
Let me do this. Happiness.
Happiness!
This happiness. This is
Yes.
something that we have been waiting for, right? So
Right.
with this vibe from India to America, it is something like I have been dreaming of. I mean, coming to Michelle's show and coming to Beata, I think I'm going to go to Gary and is going to go spreading Denver. And I believe that this is something that's joy. It's eternal joy. How you receive it with abundance. And I hope the viewers who are watching us, I mean, on your show, Meaningful Conversations, it brings more meaning by receiving this abundance and the light around us.
Do you see people? She's taking over the show. So this is Gurleen, my girl.
Yeah, three cheers and thumbs up to everyone who's watching us. And we are
Yes.
full of positivity here. We are talking something that Beata is doing great and fantastic work. And with all the glamour, glitz, and all the simplicity and still grounded, we are bringing something that's, I'm sure, meaningful to you through meaningful conversations.
That is true. And hi, Shell. Shell is my other friend from Colorado. Thank you so much for your support. And I see, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sing Chakresh.
Sing. Yes. So it's probably one of your friends. So thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking like beautifully Gurleen said about we are talking about happiness today. Why? Because happiness is what keeps us alive. So, Gurleen, this is a very important question to everyone because you are a psychologist. You are a great lady. You are so aware. Tell us what happiness means to you. How do you feel or live happiness? Because you have to experience it.
Well, I think happiness is not bought from the marketplace, right? Let me tell all the viewers that happiness is something that's a spiritual awakening. Happiness is something that's dealing with more of what you know about your own self. It's the power within you. It's not something that we buy from the shelves. It's not something related to materialism. It's something that we know that we are having, but we are looking for outside factors to give us happiness. External happiness will never last longer. If you understand your follies and you brave the storms in your life every single moment, you will find that you have the power, the courage, the confidence, the strength to know that happiness is short-lived. It's something that is just felt like if a woman receives an orgasm during a sexual play. It's a fleeting moment which we feel that we can capture and hold on to for a longer time. I believe happiness is short-lived. There are two sides of a coin. To be very frank, when someone feels happiness, someone feels it for a moment. You can only feel happiness when you feel that there are some good moments created by you. So happiness also resides in being imperfect. We should never look for happiness outside. We should look for happiness within ourselves.
Gurleen, but that is a beautiful definition. And tell me, what how do you experience for yourself? Is it more like physical, or it's, like you said, spiritual? So what you do to maintain happiness,
Yes,
especially
well,
during these times?
yes, I have few of the compartments of happiness, I would say, wherein I have been practicing tips and I have been giving tips to clients who come to me for sharing their happy stories, right? So, and when they come to me, they're full of grief, but when they leave, they are going with positive vibes. So when you delve into the creative aspects, when I believe that if you're doing a mundane routine, if you bring some variety into it, you will break the monotony. So when you break the monotony, you're bringing your mindset to a picture that you are not getting bored out of your routine work, whether it's your personal routine, your professional work life. You're bringing something new to the corner. When you're adding a new outlook to the already said and had dimension, you're always feeling a little more happy. Because what is happening in the modern times is people are believing that mundane activities are actually boring them, whether it's a companion, whether it's your gadget, whether it's your personal or professional outlook towards life. People are changing very often things. Why? Because they are feeling that with a change they will feel more happy. But sorry boss, happiness is something that's your perception. It is something that you create with those things that you already have. So the value of happiness lies in your thought process, it's in your psyche, it's in your mindset, the perception. And I have created a corner for confessions. When a client comes to me, always tell them, in your house, if you have a board, please write your do's and don'ts. When you experience in life the griefs, the sorrows, and the joys, you link them to a goal on that graph of the board. When you do that, you will easily accommodate yourself to reaching that goal. It will not be pressurized in your mindset that, oh my God, I've had a failure. Even if it's a failure, less privileged you are not. You are more privileged to have that failure because you're moving from A failure to B failure to C failure. There will be a day when you will be reaching success only if you rectify the failures, the mistakes. So when you draw that or when you jot it down in a diary, I am sure that you are getting it imprinted in your mindset for more happiness. Problem is in acknowledgement of your own self. Problem is in not accepting who you are. Problem is in being dishonest. Problem is in being manipulative. Problem is in being fake. When you're fake, you will always fall short of the expectations people are having from you. You do not realize that in this modern world, you're having so many facets to yourself, like a split personality. You're overcoming one disease, you are going into another. Why? Because you're not expressing your heart out. You are not seeing that you yourself can be clear in your mindset to carry on the graph of joys. So I follow this confession corner in my house where I have a whiteboard and I write my sorrow experiences, my joyful experiences, and I have a goal. It could be a short term goal, could be a long term goal. I link it up every single day. Whenever a thought comes into my mind, I journal it down. I write it down. And I believe that it gives you the graph of something that you are doing every single day. It's a movement. Life is a movement. You are evolving. So does your mindset change every moment. So does your mood change. So holding on to your emotions is not the game. It is acknowledging that you're experiencing something in your life. And by this, I mean every single day, learn the aspects of gratitude multiplication. This is a formula which I practice and I keep telling people, if you give without expecting, you will be surrounded with joys around. And that is something that I call a bucket of joy. A bucket of joy is in giving. It's being selfless, not being self-centered. When you are self-centered, you will feel that there is lack of luster in your life. You will feel resentment. You will feel anxiety. You will feel frustration. And you will be at a loss every single time you're opening a door. It will not open. When you need to open the door,
Gurleen, I'll have to stop you here because you said something very important. You just mentioned about this emotional side that we have in us, and you mentioned frustration, anxiety, and now at least in United States, we still deal with COVID situation. I'm not sure how is it in India and how people
Worse.
cope with that. So
Mm.
I just read yesterday there was a research, and they said that only in US 45% of population is living in stress, fear, and anxiety
Exactly.
because of what we cannot control. So as a psychologist, what is your advice to cope with that feeling, the emotional part which we cannot touch, is not tangible, and we often put masks and
Yeah.
don't show it, or we are over showing it, getting feisty, getting mad, upset, and just someone who we don't want to be around with. So please tell us, what are the tools that people can deal with this emotional part during these challenging times?
Well, I think that emotional balance can only come with a divine awakening within themselves. They have to think, they have to acknowledge that there is a situation, it's a disaster. We need to manage it. We have created such a situation, first of all. The diseases, the environment around us, we are the ones, we humans are the ones who are having these issues surrounded by us. We have created it. So we have to do some good deeds to overcome such practices which we are doing are harming us in the end. So this disease is something that we need to accept. People are creating a wrong notion of that it is very fearful. The more you fear a particular thing, whether it's a disease or whether it's, an attitude, you will have to face it. You'll have to overcome this challenge by accepting it first and acknowledging, okay, there is a disease and there is a situation. So let's perceive that there is this COVID and we have to know what this disease is all about. If we are not supposed to go out, we should remain inside and make the most of what we are having inside our house. Let's utilize what we are having. Let's not take our human life for granted. Let's not go out and curb, the issue even further. Let's not make it more negative. Let's make it more positive. Let's decide what is there in the bucket of our mindset. If we are more emotional, how can we, associate our emotions to those creative aspects by involving ourselves in the engagement of activities that can lead us to a balanced thought. So when we have an optimal channelization of the emotions while engaging in the activities that we are passionate about, could be a dance practice, could be something which is very near to our heart and mind, we can always, I think, experience happiness within those four walls of the house also. I mean, it is only social distancing, it's not mental distancing. When we are accepting a disease, we know that there are some preventive measures to be taken, and we can expect the vaccine to come in few months, and we can also be very aware of the situation in a very mature manner, rather than actually spreading fake news and also believing in what people are saying. The ones who have overcome this, I am very sure, my whole empathetic attitude is with them. I feel that they should also pass a positive message instead of a negative one. Because what we need to understand is there's already a lot of grief around. We need to instill the sense of acknowledgement. So there is the disease, and I think fever is also a problem, an issue. I think a headache is also an issue. It goes to migraine. Any problem in your body is a problem. Anything outside your body is again a problem. So we just faced a situation. So we should prepare independent learners. We should know, as a psychologist, how we can maintain our mental set to overcome this situation, which is full of agony for some. Full of agony for some, especially the small children and the elder ones. We need to look after their medical records. Is someone having a serious issue? They should stay inside their homes instead of making fun of this disease, because it is something that's serious also. So, not losing the sanctity of your own mental health, you should remain inside and also take care of others around you. Because if you are going out with this issue, then you are obviously passing it on to others. So, as a psychologist, I think it is my duty to aware people that happiness is in sharing, caring, and also acknowledging that there is a situation and we can deal with it in a very brighter and positive manner.
Beautiful. And I want to highlight what you just said because Abraham Lincoln said most folks are as happy as they make up their mind to be. And is that mean that happiness is just a matter of decision? And I think you just said decide. So is that true?
Yeah, I guess Abraham Lincoln did say that, and it's a very well said statement by him. I truly acknowledge it. I mean, happiness is something that you need to absorb, you need to take. If you cannot feel that, like emotions are to be felt. There are people in modern world who are apathetic, right? They don't feel the emotions. They are at loss of emotions. And I'm sure this COVID situation has put many souls into a situation of loss. They cannot feel the pain. They cannot feel the pleasure. So this statement is one fact where it is stating that we should first take it into acknowledgement and take it one by one. It's like take it slow. Know yourself as to where you are doing what. If you're aware, your conscious self, then you can activate your energy into the right direction to achieve what you want. Because happiness is ever evolving. You need to create such moments that are in a movement. Life is eternal. There is life after death also. There is a statement by many good people around that there is life after death. Our body is just the physical part. We are the soul. Happiness is in the soul, in the feeling. It's in the control of those emotions that we are holding within. So there has to be a balance. If there is a little imbalance, we will feel at a loss of what we can enjoy. Maybe some people you might have observed, they're sitting in a group and there is a joke being cracked. Some people don't laugh. They've lost the fun of laughing. You know, we as adults, we need to see the kids. They are laughing, they are playing, they have that innocence in them. They know what happiness is. They don't hide it. If they don't like a particular thing, they will express it. They will say, Mom, I didn't like this dinner, I didn't like this. And that is happiness because they're expressing it. What is wrong with us humans is we fear going to a psychologist, we fear talking it out. It's like, I am coming on meaningful conversations, we are holding this because we want people to acknowledge that there is such a show which is there, and we are passing on some great tips for people to accommodate this thought in their mindset so that they will value Beata, that she's doing a great work. I think happiness is in doing good. It's in achieving what you have never achieved in your life ever before. Whether this viewership crosses to a level, this is I don't care attitude. Happiness is in just expressing, evolving, growing, and multiplying the gratitude aspects of your life.
And if I can just add here to what you said, I think also surrounding ourselves with positive people like you, Gurleen, and people that are spreading good vibes and good positive thoughts. And I know it's not easy to be positive and stay positive 24/7. It's not, because we are just humans and life happens and we all deal with what is. But I think how we deal with it and what thoughts we put into it, we can be happy or we can be sad and stuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, true.
And so my next question is, do you, because like we just said, there is there need to be a balance. We can lose happiness for hours or days, depends on what is happening. But what is your happiness booster, like daily activity or I don't know, ritual that you do for yourself?
Well, there is something that I haven't shared on any platform, which I would love to share with the viewers who are watching us. There is something called ancestral gift package that I follow. I'm giving this tip as a psychologist to those people who believe there is something beyond that activity of good deeds. There is something called spiritual knowledge. If we every day get up and smile by looking at ourselves in the mirror, we are activating a positive affirmation. That's the first tip I follow. I don't look at anybody else. I look at myself and I put this smile on, as wide as it can be,
Beautiful.
right? Yeah. So this is one tip. The second is never get up with a critical thought in your mind. Always feel it's a wonderful day, it's a fantastic show, it's something that I am walking the ramp and I'm winning that crown. I am the leader, I am the creator. God has created this universe. So bow down to Him, start your day. Third is ancestral gift package, what I was talking about. My psych states that as a psychologist, we should be thankful to our ancestors because we can evolve from their failures. They have taught us a lot. It has come from the gene, the lineage. So if we thank them instead of blaming our kids, skins, and our partners in crime, that could be our companions or anyone we are in relationship with, we can gift them a package of gratitude. If we give them this, I think this ancestral gift package will keep our lineage and the forthcoming generations really very, very happy. This is something I follow, and there are a few more tips which I follow. Improve your look by changing your wardrobe. Very often could be in about 2 months, say in 6 months, you go for a makeover. If you're feeling that you are at a grief end or you are in depression, get up, take bath, feel good, do good, improve your look, change your wardrobe. Don't wear dark colors, wear light colors. Absorb positivity from the people around you and organize compartments in your mind. By this, I mean that I do it very often. If there are some random thoughts coming in, jot them down and try to see the various possible alternatives to reach the first one first. If it is a smaller task, complete it and keep the larger parts to another level and organize them day by day. Don't keep anything pending for a longer term. Procrastination kills joys. Then I also have another tip that I have a bucket of things that I call disaster management. You know, those bucket of feelings and emotions are gossiping, criticizing, ownership of things and people. There is guilt, there are ego issues, there is inferiority complex, there is superiority complex, there is overthinking, there is abuse, aggression, substance abuse, possession, attachment, and then there is lying, over analysis about future. These are all the emotional problems that we encounter in our daily lives. It is very human to encounter these bucket of disasters, what I've talked about, but these disasters should be dealt with. So I deal with them. As a psychologist, when people come to me, they say, how do you stay positive? I say that I pick up one disaster from my bucket and I throw it and I clear the trash. It is one day, one thought, one movement, one deed, one big smile. Yes. And
Yeah.
one show, one opportunity, that one kiss, that one love making gesture, that one bird that's flying in the sky, that one hope that you will never die, that one thought that you will never, never try to give up, that one thought that suicide is a coward act. You should never commit one. That one thought that today I am going to win this. Today I'm a winner. Today I'm an achiever. It only comes with self-motivated mechanism, and that self-motivation is a luxury by very few people. You can only afford it when you are with people who are happy around you. If you form a circle of friends who are negative, then you are in a very shady area. You need to see, you need to eradicate those thoughts that kill you, that harm your progress, and that makes you come down the stairs. It's very easy to shunt out those people who are bothering you, criticizing you, or you are in a toxic relationship with. You should feel that you are the best version God has created, and you can walk this earth because you have all the right to voice, to talk, to communicate, to be confident, and to narrow the killing thoughts that can lead to such acts of suicide.
Wow, beautiful talk. Wow, there is a lot of wisdom in what you just said. Thank you for that. Uh, I want to, before I ask you another question, I want to acknowledge our audience. Thank you everyone for being with us. Those who are not commenting, let us know that you are here and you have still a chance to ask Gurleen a question. I'm sure we all have something that you want to ask about. I ask my questions. We are waiting for yours. And I just wanna say Michelle was with us. I don't know if she's still with
Hello,
us. She said
Michelle. I can
hello.
see her.
Yes.
Her DP is fantastic. Love you, Michelle.
Yeah, we love her, and we have Gargi, I guess it's
Yeah,
your
she's my best
friend.
friend. She's a visually impaired
Oh,
soul. She's a visually impaired soul. And on this live, I would say that she is the one soul who has been very positive behind my success. She's standing there and she promised me to be on the show. And I'm so very happy, glad to see her typing in. She uses TalkBack, a software, and she is there. I mean, it's a lesson for all those who are viewing that being a visually impaired soul doesn't stop you from achieving those heights which you can.
there is no excuses if you put your mind into something and decide. There is no excuses. Thank you for that. Thank you, Gargi, for being with us. And Michelle is still here. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for connecting us and thank you for supporting us on our journeys. Uh, so, what is what are you working on right now to bring more happiness into your own life and share with others, Garleen? Is there any
Wow.
project?
Yeah. Wow. There are many projects lined up. Like I feel that after this talk show tomorrow, I'm going to come live on Shaurya and I'm going to start my own venture, which is Deep Talks. So I will be having Michelle, you and all conversing on my channel. I'm starting this on the purpose of the mental set that I've experienced of people, the ones who are having bipolar, phobias, anxieties. I want to make sure that they are on my show and they talk about love, lust, sex, desire, and all those things that people don't talk about. They hesitate to. I think on Michelle's show, I talked about sexual topics, which were a big hit. There were so many viewers who appreciated and gave me a call back. So I thought that this venture is going to start with those people who are surrounded with those things inside, those who feel they can air it out and crack some funny jokes around. It'll be a catharsis effect. So deep talks would be
Awesome.
cornering around, yes, they would be cornering around those random questions put forward to them where they will be laughing on the sofa. Some might cry, but I am sure they will not cry because on my show I'm going to burn it with questions that they're going to rip apart their soul and they'll be walking away with a wide smile that I always say. Carry that, flash
Love it.
that. And then I will also be appearing on Shaurya tomorrow at 7 p.m. That is 15th of July in India to talk about something that is surrounding deep talks. It's a venture which is under Soch Ki Udan Desh Ke Naam, wherein I have created a WhatsApp group named hashtag Hello Conversations. So that means there are people around who can just pick up the call and talk to you anytime without thinking that they are in their comfort zone or not in their comfort zone. I'm breaking the taboos and I'm breaking the barriers to befriend strangers. It should not be a hesitation anymore. We should
Wow.
we should cross the boundaries to go ahead and implement what we talk. So
Amazing.
before implementing, I give a deep thought into it, and I feel that my venture of Soch Ki Udan Desh Ke Naam is gone global now. And soon I will be having a website of my own, and I will be letting the audience know that they can
And
connect to me.
we will them know because I
Yeah,
want to we have actually great comment from Nathan Cook. There are many people who have sight but no vision in their life. This is such a great
fantastic.
comment.
Yeah,
That
God
is so
bless.
true. And Michelle said exactly, Nathan. So many people with sight cannot see. And this is so true. And we were talking about that today. Garleen
Exactly.
said many times that we are so close and we are close from what? For our own happiness. That is the tragedy of life when we
Exactly.
cannot. And Michelle said 2.2K views with our
With a
live
live
conversation.
conversation.
The one you had,
Awesome endeavor.
yes, deep thoughts, awesome, awesome. Thank you.
It's all because of the viewers. It's all because of Michelle, Gary, and I think I have to confess this that there is some divine connection between me and Gary on this episode. And then I connected to Michelle. She was making a 1 minute YouTube or video of mine, wherein I still feel that Gary told me that one day you will write a book, and I'm still penning it down. I'm still thinking that I will be writing it on my life, and one day that will happen. And maybe you all will be a part of it. You'll all be part of it.
I'm sure Gary is hearing it. I see he is with us. So thank you. And I'm sure he is supporting you. And as also many other I see are with us here. Thank you so much. Our timing is ending. So please, Gurleen, tell us how our viewers can connect with you and find more about you, what you do, who you are, except being a wonderful person.
Well, thanks a lot, Beata, for having me on this show. And thanks for all the viewers who've been watching me. And before I state that you can connect to me on gurleenkhokhar@gmail.com, and my counseling services office name, The Inner Calling. You can connect to me on the number 9646797080. And also, my office has a channel on YouTube, which is on the name of The Inner Calling, right? And there is something that I would love to share, that there is a drink of joy. There's so many psychological ingredients in it, before I leave this show, I would love to state that the ingredients which I have in my drink of joy: care for a call, always connect to people, act nice, do good, feel good, look good, walk confidently, stop brooding, kill the negative thoughts, be passionate for living a life, have an ear to listen, stop over analysis, give your hand of help, stop expecting, speak about hesitations, be open, have an open mindset, network in a balanced manner, stay grounded, and never ever take a human life for granted. Be free like a bird. You will feel the happiness is within you. This is the drink of joy. Make your life count, make your life livable for others and yourself first, because only you have it within you.
Beautifully. Oh my gosh, beautiful thoughts. Thank you. And Michelle said we need to see within ourselves, see ourselves for who we truly are, to see others clearly. That is very, very true. And Nathan said, you are writing your book right now. You just need to start using a pen. That is so cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The blessings are there.
Yes.
I agree. And Michelle and Nathan and Gargi and all those who have connected to us, I'm so grateful. I'm thankful to everybody, Lord above, who has been kind enough that apart from the physical distance, we are all, connecting. It's like a bright experience for me. And I'm so very happy. It's visible on my face. I'm blushing right now that I could actually meet Beata. I mean, this was a dream come true for me. When you said, Gurleen, when are you coming to my show? So the audience who's watching, they have to say that I wrote it in my journaling thought that one day Michelle will ask me to come on her show, Beata will, and now next is Gary.
That is so, she's going for it. Like, whoever is watching us or will watch later, please share, because you never know who needs to hear us. So you can see how great person, how wonderful soul Gurleen is. And it's important to surround yourself people like her, because it would add happiness into your own life. I'm so thankful for having you on my show today, and I look forward to come to yours. And everyone who is watching us, thank you so much. Please ask the question below. I'm gonna post it on Facebook and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Please subscribe. Check my website, check Gurleen, what she is doing, because she is really great and she is reaching not just India, she is reaching the entire world. So please follow her.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Beata. It's like a superwoman feeling now. Yay! It's like
yes. And all right, I guess Gurleen. Thank you so very much. At least I can see her. Thank you so very much, everyone, for being here. See you next Tuesday at noon Mountain Standard Time, where I bring change makers that will help you to add more meaning to your life and create more happiness. Thank you so very much. This is Beata. Namaste.